Hello there. So I've gone and got myself a sat nav, which is the Garmin Drive 50, which is the 5-inch version, and it's the UK and Ireland maps, the lifetime maps on it. But you can get ones for different areas, like there's a Europe one, and it says on the side of it for the UK and Ireland. And the reason why I chose the Garmin one compared to other ones is well, firstly, they look nicer, so that's one of the things that attracted my attention. I quite like the look of them. And the other thing was it's getting lots of good reviews. So what I'll do is I'll take the sat nav out of the car, and I'll sit down, unbox it all, and go through some of the features and take it from there. Let's get going. So this is the Garmin that I've got. I'm showing you the quick clip in the car. So it's a Garmin Drive 50, the United Kingdom and Ireland maps on it, and it says lifetime maps. And it features on the side of the box drive alerts, real directions, and junction view. So I suppose when I'm driving with it on, I'll be able to demonstrate it. Now if I just flick it round, it's got on the back of there, it's got UK and Ireland, which is what I've mentioned. If it's a European one, it'll say on the Europe on the side of the box. And inside it, just open it up. You've got the Garmin. It's quite nice. Nothing too bad. It's quite what I liked about the Garmin ones is it looks quite nice, you know, compared to some of the sat navs that are about. I'll just put that there a second. See what else we've got in the box. Let's take this cover off. So we've got like a clip that goes onto the actual back of the sat nav. You've got your power supply, which plugs into the cigarette lighter, and the end of that plugs into the sat nav. And then a couple of more things. Let's pull them out. It's a suction pad. Yeah, suction pad, so it looks like these two go together. Yeah, that's it, clips in together, nothing too tricky. And that one works like that. Yeah, that's quite easy to use. And then you've got a USB cable, which you could do for getting updates when you're updating the maps on your sat nav. So that's a nice easy one to use. And then you've got, it's like a welcome book. Yeah, oh yeah, welcome from Garmin. Let's look at that, see what that said in it. Anything interesting. Oh, it's a user guide, isn't it? So yeah, it says turn it on, plug that onto that one. I've already done that bit there. And then it's going about plugging the cigarette lighter into the back of the sat nav, and then plugging that onto there. Now let me just see if it actually comes on, and then you've got the website there to get updates for maps. Or if something's not working, it's saying go onto it. So let's just see if there's any power on it. So that's the where you plug in your cigarette lighter. If I just peel that back there. That's the power supply, and it looks like you've got actually point there for extra memory as well. So if I just show you how that should go onto there, then I reckon, so there's your suction pad there, that clips onto there. Yeah, clips in straight away, it's nice and easy. And then I suppose if you want to unclip it, you just, yeah, it clips out. So that bit's easy. This peeled off. In fact, let me just see if there's any power. Press it down. No, so it looks like I need to charge it up. So that's the next thing I'll do. And so I'll stick it on charge. I might set this cover off now while I'm here. So yeah, actually it looks quite nice. It's not very big either. I think it's the size of my iPhone that I've got at the moment. Yeah, it looks about the same size. And this is the 5-inch screen. So it's not big, it's not heavy, and it's quite sleek. It looks quite slick. I like it. Right then, so I'll get it on charge, and then we'll have a look at the features, and then we'll do some videos with it actually recording. Let's move on. The Garmin, it's been in my car for about a day or so charging up, so I'm just going to turn it on. So it goes to the back of it. There's the power button. Press it for a second, and it's come on there. Now it's an agreement talking about don't be driving and pressing the sat nav while you're driving. It's dangerous. I'm sure if you leave it on the screen for a few seconds it'll go off, but I'm just going to agree. So it comes out that screen. And you've got a few screens here, so if we just go to the settings section, and you've got updates, which when you click on it, it tells you to plug in your sat nav into the computer and go to that bit there using your USB cable. And the maps and vehicles. Now, if you just go to the vehicle, the default one is the blue arrow. But if you scroll down, you click on the ones you want, you can go from there to there. So you've got different displays that you can show on your maps. So rather than the blue arrow, I thought, well, I'll go for the silver car and then just save it. So when you're looking at the maps, or when you're following the directions, there's going to be a blue arrow on the map. Sorry, a silver car, blue stripes on. And then you can just scroll down to what you want. You know, at the moment I've left it all as a default settings, but you can just go into each one and change it. Up the brightness, you can change the let's go back into that one there. The brightness, you can just change how dim you want it. And then obviously the times in units, you can change all these settings, but at the moment, like I say, I've just left them as they are. And if you were following a direction to a certain area and you've changed your mind, you can just come out and press stop and it will cancel it. Now if we go into the where to section, now what I've got here is you can use it on your history and it goes to wherever you've been in the past, and you can click on that and go straight back to it. And you can program it. So I was saying can't find it because you're inside, so just come out of there a second. And then so you can program your address in, so I just press the go home and it takes you straight there. At the moment I've got a couple of things here, so this is what's interesting me is planning routes. So I've got a route there all planned out. So I'm starting from one point, going to another point to get to another point, which is what I'll use when I'm helping people to learn how to use it, and it'll help them with the driving test. But if you wanted to program your own to create a route, and then you select the location either way you are there and then, or you can use a map location, so you can start location and scroll down, like I said, it sets up then where I am now. Or you can go onto the history and click on that, or you can go to the map and just kind of pinch on the street that you want, and then do the next bit, and then the final, or the next bit after that. So I just cancel that, come out of there. So that's a quick demonstration of some of the things. There's a lot more on there, but that's the ones I'm using at the moment. And then obviously the map one, GPS is off because you're inside, but when I'm outside, I'll just pick it straight back up again. So what we'll do is we'll turn the power off. So I'll press the back to turn it off, and then we'll go outside and then put it in the car. So there we are. Here's the Garmin that I've been looking at, and I'm just going to plug the power in the back. Now, say I've had it on charge, so I could use it without the mains cable that plugs into the cigarette lighter. So it's up to you, but I mean, if you're going for a long distance, there's no reason why you can't have it on. So it's coming on there. And if I just while it's coming on, get the back clipped in. Now, depending where you want to put it, it's up to you. Yeah, I suppose most people will have it on the back there, what I have got for this car, because I like it looking a bit neater, if you look at the thing now, I've done a quick clip on it, but there's a disc just behind the steering wheel, so I'm going to turn this round, because what I like to do is, I'll show you now, and I've clipped it on there, so it's neat, it's not on the window, and I can see it quite clearly, but it's not on the window in the way, and when I pull over I can easily put the maps on, I can easily change things on it, I can easily put things on there, so where on the window it's a bit further away, so it's easy to set things up on it. So I think the disc cost me about I think it was £2 or £3 from Alford.
Please drive to highlighted route.
So it's come on. So it's actually quite easy. So what I'll do is I'll put a link at the bottom of the video at the end of the disc that you can get, and I'll obviously put a link of the Garmin if that interests you. But I have been using it over the last few weeks, and it's pretty good actually. I quite like it. With most sat navs, it comes up with its own little problems, where it won't recognise small mini roundabouts on most of them. It'll see it as a junction, but and some of the speed limits might be wrong on it too. So overall though, it's pretty good. It's very clear, and there's lots of features on it. Some of the features I like on it is where you go, where to go. You can go to categories and restaurants or shopping, and it can list them for you. You know, it can bring things up. Like it's got there, quick one at McDonald's. You click on the McDonald's, and it's going to bring up the McDonald's for you. So I mean, if you like things like that, coffee houses, things like. So there's loads of little things it can do. So it's actually quite good, and I do like it sat there like that, because it's not in the way of the window, and it's neat. It's not in the way of the dashboard here. So I'm not actually knocking it, and I found it quite useful when I've used it, and the pupils I've used it with, they find it better there than on the window. But if you are going to use it on the window, just make sure it's not right in front of you, it's not blocking your view. Otherwise what's going to happen is you're not going to see what's happening in front of you. You might miss someone stepping out. It's dangerous, and I wouldn't be surprised if the police pull you over if you've got it right in front of you, blocking your view. So it'd be a bit silly really. So what we'll do is we'll have a little bit of a drive, and you can see it while we're driving. So it's a quick demonstration. I'll turn the thing slightly so you can see it a bit more. Not that it's a close-up, but if you wanted to see a bit more of a close-up of it actually working, then I'll stick a video at the top there of a video I've done for people who are helping them with their driving test tips. So if I go into history again and just pick a nice quick one, go to starting the route, it's calculating it for you.
Please drive to highlighted route.
So like I say, it's pretty straightforward, and like I said previously, you can change the actual the icon on the map. I've got a car. If you want to put a blue arrow on, that's fine. I think you can get a different colour arrows, different colour cars.
At the roundabout, take the second exit to Brickhill Street.
And you can turn the volume down on it, so if it's too loud or it's too low, you can turn it up.
At the roundabout, take the first exit to Standing Way.
So it's quite a clear one, and it gives out the information pretty early. So it's not like giving information. In fact, with most sat navs, they give it out quite early, and they sometimes repeat it for you. So one thing to be aware of, it does say a speed limit on the bottom left-hand corner. Just be aware of the speed limits that you're actually on, because it might not necessarily be right. It
could be the local council have lowered the speed limit.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
So it's told you quite early, nearly a mile away, that it's actually coming up, because they know it's a straight road. So it's a quick demonstration. What we'll do in a minute, we'll pull over and we'll finish off this bit. But you know, it's even got your speed that you're doing on there. I'll just do a left turn down here. So I'll come off the road slightly. And if you did come off the road, you got lost, I won't worry about it, because it'll recognise you've made a mistake and it'll give you, say, it's recalculating the route for you. And it's even said to you that ahead of us it's going to be a right turn. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a left into here and just pull over for a minute. So yeah, that was a quick demonstration on the sat nav. Now, like I say, I've been using it now with pupils now for about 2 weeks now, and they've all said it's helped them immensely to understand the way sat navs work. So if you're thinking about getting the Garmin, then by all means go for it. You know, but it's quite a reliable one, and like I say, I've had no problems. Okay.